they tell us to discard your mud after 2.5 hours.
I believe that. There's a chemical, right?
You lost your chemical.
Exactly. Well, no, you're gaining it, and it's playing your mud. It generates heat as it's being made. There's a chemical process, not just hydration, right?
Basically slag after it's done working.
So Jim, what would you do about these tracks? You see that hairline fracture there, and then this one here?
Oh, there's fractures here too.
They just got ground down too much, you know?
Is that the panel? Yeah, that's just. Remember how you cut that one panel, and there was just a little bit of. That's what we've got here, and this is the structure. This one was mudded from behind. You don't have a crack here. You're just seeing the two edges of the panel. It's not a problem. In other words, it's not a crack. It's not. You called it a fracture. You know, we just ground the panel down. Is what happened here.
Got that two edges, basically.
Yeah.
Taking down a weld, kind of.
Exactly.
There's like fractures here, or
So if you texture over there, that won't.
This is where the panel was again.
That's not going to
right over that, no
reflect
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
there's plenty more on the inside, holding it together there.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Feel in here.
Wire right here.
Feel in there. Daryl. Did you give me? Yeah, never mind. I see them stamps right here. Oh, it is. Okay, we sell a variety of these skins, different sizes. Here's my favorite. How much mud do I need to use this on the surface? Anybody know?
2 inches to 3 inches.
About that, yeah. In other words, the relief of your skin. This is that limestone where it's been like a chip faced. You can see the profiles there. What's the depth of this? Maybe a quarter, half? So whatever skin you're going to be using, I particularly, looking over there at the life that's in some of that, I wouldn't be choosing something this gnarly. Although on my spa here, come over here and look at this, just for the sake of texturing again. I use the more gnarlier ones here. Look at some of the popping I got here. You know that big one that I said was my favorite? This is the kind of stuff that I was getting good penetration. In other words, I put a bunch of mud there. All I had here was a piece of expanded metal. Not that that's what I'm telling. I'm talking about a prototype. I mocked it up with clay, with plastics, with buckets, whatever, just to get the image I want. But I used a mortar here, and it was deep and thick because I had a piece of expanded metal instead of cutting a panel. I'm nearing the end. This is the last rock. I think that one or this one was. And I'm like, let's get it done. We had a deadline to meet, and I just stamped it. But in here, I had a thickness. So choose the right amount of mud for the skin that you're using. How much mud you got?
I put too much of that stuff in there, so I made it a little wetter.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to hydro seal your joints. Not hydro seal, Stone Tough. Yeah.
Is this the silicone? Silicone?
This is a proprietary blend of rubber. This is more of what I wanted to see right here and here. I still like this one. Actually. You think I was throwing things at you?
No, I'm just helping.
I just wanted to see if there was a little better.
Yeah, so got some Lorgum or whatever his name is. My competition.
This one? What you biting there, kiddo?
Yeah, when he the reason that he bites people is because you're playing. He's not being
Oh, no, he went to grab his ball again.
Yeah. He gets serious.
Make sure his ball is good.
Wrestle with him.
I found an overlace that evaporates completely.
All of ours does. No residue. No, this ain't xylene.
Oh.
Xylene evaporates off in its purest form. No, you don't want to be around it health-wise.
Right.
And it's flammable. Well, it's all flammable. The flash point's higher.
Yeah,
All right, just for variety's sake, hey, do me a favor with the dog. I didn't even want him in here, but the more you play, the more apt he is to get at somebody. And maybe not you, he'll go to somebody else, and I don't want that. In fact, where's, I'm looking for, Mark, Daryl, do me a favor, bud. Remove the dogs. I think it's, what I'm going to do is a little more, well, this is really, really wet. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh yeah, that's what we usually do. Yeah, but you want to keep an idea that you spray it on there. We want to agitate, scrub it. If there's dust on the surface or dirt, believe it or not, you're mixing it up into that bonder. It's going to be good to go. Marcos, can you mix me up some more texture, bud? We can go ahead, if you want, John, go ahead and do your thing here. Just leave me, I'm going to take like this area right here and just stamp it just because it's more, a little more without me bending down. That's what it was. You take care of the lower parts, John. You know,
You gotta get back, man.
paint it on, then paint it on. Just give yourself a coat is the key. And I just painted over something that didn't need it. I'm trying to get some on the material here, right? And then once you do that, stipple it.
Okay.
Then you got yourself something that works. Now, if we look back to the smooth, medium, and coarse, if you stipple all of it the same out, it's aggressive, you can sand down more to get back to the smoother. In other words, you've got a choice there of any style you want, and it should be random. Now tomorrow we'll be able to pick these up. We're just going to paint them, even though they're not ground, they're not textured, and we'll just hope for the best. Maybe Stevie Wonder will be the one that buys this, and maybe he's lazy like me and he doesn't bend down and feel the lower rocks. Oh, this is good, Jim. I like it. I'll buy it. Okay, so we got a sold. No, this is just a prototype, guys. As some of you asked, and I get during the class when we don't have it like this, where everybody's around paying attention to what we're doing, and we're spread out, they get the questions asked us many times. So somebody asked me, are you going to sell this just as is? Or is this a prototype? What we do with a piece is we make it, and if it looks good and it passes the scrutiny of quality and image, then we'll mold it. This one isn't doing that yet. This is an oddball rock. That one was almost too symmetrical or too squared. It just didn't. So maybe we'll modify these to a degree. We need to get them. I think this one's heavy myself for what? I mean, this one, isn't this heavy? Well, I mean, we're going to have one big mother there, but this one I think we could have made two. I don't think 3 rocks around the bond beam is going to be enough for it to be diversified enough. Mind you, though, where this one comes in right here, I figure we'll make one right here. You don't want a row of rocks. So in order to augment that or naturalize it, you'd make a rock right out here, and it would just tuck in. Be free standing, but still make the scene more theme-oriented, scene-oriented. In fact, if you make a rock over here and you stick it, you make it 2 rocks over there, you can start to theme-orientate or scene-orientate an isolated event.
You can fit one that doesn't have to go over the basin.
That's true.
You can just butt right into the.
That's right. Yeah.
Good idea,
Man. You know, I never did set that thermostat down to 65 today. 75 is killing me.
Well, I asked you for a fan a while back.
Yeah, well, I go, you don't need a fan down here. I'm up in 65 degrees. I can't understand. Our last warehouse, right about this time, it was like 100 degrees in the warehouse. It was uninsulated. We didn't have the air.
Yeah, easy bake oven in there.
Oh, my God. As soon as we get some mud over here, we'll go to do some stampings. I think most of you have caught on about this style.
They do that kind of thing.
This ain't just silicone?
Silicone?
These ones right here?
No, not silicone.
Holders rubber?